do the roll call. Everybody's here then except Dave Kleiss.
That's correct.
All right. What else do we have? Agenda. Approval of the agenda.
Yeah, no changes or additions at this time.
All right. Somebody want to move to approve?
Sticker, motion to approve. Libbert,
So
second.
second.
I got a motion, a second. I guess we got to do a roll call vote. You want to do a roll call vote for me, Ryan?
Yeah, sure. Ryan Fitzum?
Aye.
John Libbert?
Aye.
Kurt Hunstinger?
Aye.
And Rick Miller?
Yeah, aye. All right. Next thing is consent item, I think.
Yeah, consent agenda items 5 to 8.
5, 6, 7, and 8. Somebody want to move to approve?
Libbert, motion to approve.
Put some second.
Further discussion? Roll call vote, Ryan?
Ryan Fitzum?
Aye.
John Libbert?
Aye.
Kurt Hunstinger?
Aye.
Rick Miller?
All right. Is there anyone here for open forum that you know of, Ryan?
No. We could continue on to general business.
All right. Item 9 is resolution 2021-07, setting of the final levy.
Yeah, that would be given by Connie Robinson.
Yep.
Connie, if you're speaking, you're on mute.
Is she still there? Ryan, is Connie there?
Yeah, Connie's here. She's logged in, but her video was on. I think we lost Connie. So I was just giving her a minute here just to reconnect. Okay, seeing that she's having issues, I see we have Paula Masti on the call, or I could give that. Paula, are you there?
Yep, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay, great. Good afternoon, Commissioners. Resolution 2021-07 is setting the final levy for the fiscal year 2022. No changes had came through based on what you had approved with the draft version.
All right. Anybody got any questions? Otherwise, somebody want to move to approve?
Sticker, motion to approve. Libbert, second.
Further discussion? Roll call vote, Ryan?
Ryan Fitzum?
Aye.
John Libbert?
Aye.
Kurt Hunstinger?
Aye.
Rick Miller?
Aye. All right. Item 10, resolution 2021-08, call of certain outstanding gross revenue bonds, series 2014.
Good afternoon,
Paula.
Commissioners. Yep, I can. This is Paula again. I'm not sure if Connie can speak to it, but otherwise I can go ahead and speak to it. This is a resolution calling the gross revenue bonds that MetroBus has. We issued the bonds back in 2014. Initially, those bonds were issued for several items. We purchased 23 large buses. We did the CNG fueling, the fueling station outside, and then we also made some changes to the maintenance bays in order to allow them to do some maintenance on the CNG. And then we purchased and remodeled the 700 building downtown, the mobility training center. And since that time, we've been putting money away each year in order to be able to hopefully pay off these bonds early. And we've been able to do so, put enough funding aside to be able to pay off the bonds in this first call date. The ability to pay those off came through in June of 2021, so we are paying it off as early as it would have been possible to do so. The final payment would actually go in, we'd wire the money in September, but we do have to give a 35-day notice in order to do so. And so by issuing the bonds ahead of time, we will be able to save a little over $800,000 in interest in the next couple of years. So certainly worth putting that money aside. So just looking for approval on the resolution to be able to pay those off at the earlier call date.
All right, sounds like a no-brainer. Anybody got any questions?
Paula, funding source, is that coming from the pot of gold from state federal that we're sitting on, or is that
No,
revenue?
Yep, so the funding source, we're actually going to pay that off with 3 different sources. The first one is we've had a restricted balance. With gross revenue bonds, you have to put a certain kind of like your last payment aside at the very beginning. So we've been holding on to some of that money, just under $1 million, for it's kind of sitting in restricted, so we haven't been able to touch that. And then each year when we come in under budget, we bring forward designations. And so the main focus for since 2014 is when we come in under budget, we've been designating funds to set aside to be able to pay this off early. So that's another big chunk of the money. And then the final piece of that is just sitting in our undesignated reserve balance fund. And so that has been growing also the past few years. And so we'll be able to draw that back down, kind of fit more into our policy, related to our fund balances. And so that will kind of bring that down in kind of a more proper area as well. Again, all of these things we've kind of been doing the last few years in order to get ready for this. So it's not a money tree in the backyard that we came up with or a pot of gold, but we we have been planning for it and putting money aside every chance we've had.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I'll move to approve it.
Unsticker, second.
All right, further discussion. Ryan, roll call vote.
Ryan Fixum.
Aye.
John Libbert.
Aye.
Kurt Hunstinger.
Aye.
Rick Miller.
Aye. All right, thank you. Item 11, ratification of AFSCME bargaining agreement. I think that's Sonny's.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. As you recall, when we ratified our 3-year contract with AFSCME, it did include financial reopeners for fiscal year 2022 and 2023. The Metrobus Committee, as well as the AFSCME Negotiation Committee, has met several times, and we were able to reach a tentative agreement on the revisions to the financial related issues. That agreement would go into effect October 1st, 2021, and it was voted up by the members on August 6th. Key highlights of the changes include a 2% general wage increase effective 10/1/2021 with a financial reopener still for fiscal year 2023. Our step increases, we had a memorandum of understanding regarding step increases upon internal promotion for street supervisors. We just added that language into the contract. We did add daily overtime consistent with the Teamsters collective bargaining agreement for this group. We also agreed to compress the vacation schedule to a 30-year service maximum. Currently, we're on a 40-year service maximum. The minimum and maximum amounts did not change. They were just adjusted throughout the adjusted years of service milestones. And then the last change is related to sick time payout. We revised the language just for clarification. It does not change our current practice, just to create clearer language for the members. So the recommendation at this point is to request board ratification of the changes to the collective bargaining agreement. Any questions?
Commissioners, got any questions? If not, I need a motion.
Libbert, motion approved. Unsticker, second.
Further discussion? Roll call vote, Ryan?
Ryan Fitzum,
Aye.
John Libbert,
Aye.
Kurt Hunstinger,
Aye.
Rick Miller.
Aye. All right, that's taken care of. Item 12, consideration of policy revisions, overtime and vacation leave. Sunny,
Yep, that's me again. The proposed changes are to policies 6.9 overtime and 9.2 vacation leave. These policies are specific to non-union employees. The changes being proposed for overtime include adding the daily overtime so that they will be consistent with Teamsters and AFSCME for non-union hourly employees. And then the second policy change is to 9.2 vacation leave, and that is proposing the same compressed vacation schedule that we agreed to with AFSCME.
Commissioners, any questions? No questions, commissioners, and I need a motion.
So moved.
Sticker, second.
Further discussion? Roll call vote, Ryan?
Ryan Fitzum,
Aye.
John Libbert,
Aye.
Kurt Hunstinger,
Aye.
Rick Miller.
Aye. All right, item 13, maintenance update.
And that would be given by Mike Reed.
Okay.
Mike, if you're speaking, you're on mute.
Did we lose him?
Yeah, I think we lost Mike.
No, I just got back in. You did lose me, but can you hear me okay?
Perfect. Yeah, we
Yep,
can.
now we can.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Just a quick maintenance update for the fleet and the facilities. We just took delivery of 10 new buses. 8 of them are for Dial-A-Ride and 1 for Connects. I'm sorry, 9 new buses. 8 of them are for Dial-A-Ride, 1 is for Connects. A new F-350 for the fleet, 2 new supervisor vehicles, and we've refurbished the trolley. We disposed of 10 of the Dial-A-Ride buses. They were sold to French Lake Auto for salvage. We actually brought in more selling for salvage, and we believe we would have auctioning them off. 3 support vehicles have been auctioned on Minn bid. 2 are gone. 1 had to be re-auctioned. That will be disposed of by early next week. We're in the process of ordering 5 more small buses, 3 for Dial-A-Ride and 2 for Connect, and then 3 city buses as soon as the city or the state contract gets approved for those. A lot of building work's been going on. We've redone all the expansion joints at the operations building, removed all the wallpaper, and repainted the walls. Did a large LED lighting upgrade. We replaced the built-in pressure washer system. The boardroom and other countertops have all been replaced except for in the copy room, and that's will be done here in the next week or so. New bathroom faucets. A lot of doors have been replaced, the steel doors outside. We upgraded all the shelters that had electricity with new lighting, and we have the electricity now working in all the shelters that have it, except for 1 over at Sam's Club. We're still trying to work with Sam's Club to get that working. We've upgraded the gas and methane sensor system into the eco-structure of the building, and we updated the sprinkler system for the yards. We still have some major projects in the work that have been in the works for a long time, but it's just hard to get products. But probably the biggest one is upgrading the tile electrical system panel at the operations building and a new generator system that will run the entire building versus just some key spots. We got a new shop hoist on order that will be installed, should be around December. We got CNG dispenser heaters going in, a transit center, digital signs down at the transit center to replace just the stationary ones, solar panels for Good Shepherd, some new flooring for the transit center, a lot of replacement ceiling tiles. We have one more upgrade going to the eco structure for the monitoring of the heat and air, central air and methane system at the operations building, which will allow us to control it versus SCR. That's pretty much what's been going on. The only real concern I have at all is just our CNG system. If it fails, it is a pinch point for us. Safety-wise, we've had only one maintenance event in the last year. It was about a $50 loss. We created we designed a system to keep that type of loss from occurring again. It was a common one with buses driving off still attached to the fuel systems. Turnover's been very light in the maintenance department. We have no mechanic openings. We had one shelter employee leave for good reasons. The college kid that moved on, and one fueler leave recently. Both those have been we've been able to replace. So we should have no current openings here when these a couple people start. And that's kind of a quick overbrief of what's been going on in the maintenance department in the last year.
All right, thanks. Commissioners, you got any questions, comments? All right, hearing none. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
Brian, you got anything? Yep. Brian, you got anything for the final end?
Yeah, we just have one discussion item that we'd just like to take a moment to talk to the commissioner about, and I'll turn it over to Dave Green. Dave, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, commissioners. As you are aware of, about this time last year, somewhere around this time last year, I brought it to the commission about the Connect service in Sartell. We had some conversation 1 month. Basically, I asked for some input and some feedback on what everybody was thinking. And then the following month, if I remember correctly, we brought it forward for an official agenda item as a vote. And so it's getting to be that time again, and I just wanted to kind of get the group's feedback and thoughts on the Connect service. I know it's been a discussion item for quite some time. We did agree to extend it for another year. That was late back in 2019. Well, we all know what happened here in 2020. 3 months into the year, we went into a reduced service. We returned to full service in July, and then we reduced again in January, and have been in that situation ever since. And so, you know, I'm just looking for some kind of feedback from the group, and what direction we'd like to go, or what direction you'd like to go, with the idea that so ridership certainly has never reached where we were hoping it would reach with the previous fixed route that was in place. But we are seeing a pretty significant rebound. Most of our routes across the board have seen anywhere between a 30 and 33%, 35% decrease. And the Connect service seems to be rebounding fairly quickly. We're still at about a 20%, 25% reduction, which is a little bit different than the rest of the routes. And so if you were asked me to look at a crystal ball and say, you know, are we ever going to get to the spot of where the old fixed route was? No. But I think this entire time our discussion has led us to the idea that the Sartell area is somewhat different, and the model to serve that area, there's some challenges with some geographical challenges and things like that in the area, connection points and things like that. And so just looking for some feedback, looking for some thoughts, some ideas on whether we think that maybe it's a good idea to extend this for another year and give it another opportunity, or if we just have kind of reached the point where maybe we need to make the decision this could become a permanent deal. You know, I guess I'm just looking for some thoughts from the commission.
Brian, I'm going to turn this one to you. What do you hear from your constituents in Sartell?
You know, I continue to hear people of, oh, I didn't know you had that as an option. You know, whether those are the types of people that would end up using the service or not, I don't know. I don't know. I think Sartell is a challenging community to serve. That you spoke about geographically. We've got on the south end of town, heavier commercial healthcare, which we continue to run fixed route. And then the more central part of the community, I don't know, really ever gravitated to utilizing fixed route, you know, as much, I guess.
Right.
The one question I guess I would have is, if I recall correctly, we have new buses, Connect buses. What is our, I mean, have we already sunk the cost into operating this? Or is there a big ticket item yet that we need to turn this from a pilot program to go live as a I guess routine program? What's the funding difference, or is it just more semantics?
The local share is anywhere between $8,000 and $9,000 is the local share for this.
My feeling is to extend the program out for a year, because we really haven't charged anybody anything. And we're not gonna be able to get some accurate numbers until we start charging and see if the attendance falls.
And we're going to start charging October 1st. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
Mr.
So
Chair,
I mean,
this is-
I guess. Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Rick. This is Kurt. I agree with John too, and I think we're premature to do anything permanent with where we've been the last 18 months. I think we just let it go for another year.
All right. Is that the opinion of the commissioners? I don't have a problem with that. I think that's realistic because of everything. So, and hopefully we don't go backwards here in the next few months. But
I'd like to see a report after 6 months though of charging.
okay. That should be able to be done.
I can make that happen. Thank you.
All right. So we'll extend it for a year with a report back in 6 months. How's that?
Okay, perfect.
All right. Commissioners, anything else? Brian, anything else?
Nope, we can move to adjourn.
All right. And we are adjourned at 4:22.